To have you here on a Sunday. It is June 11th. We are excited. Baseball going on today. If you guys are ready for a lot of baseball, you've come to the right place. Of course, we'll review what went down yesterday. Manchester City wins the UEFA Champions League. We'll also talk about Amanda Nunes retiring as maybe the greatest UFC fighter of all time. Certainly the greatest female fighter of all time. And yes, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Florida Panthers have taken a stranglehold of that series in the same way that the Golden Knights have claimed that series in the same way that the Denver Nuggets have. We'll review that as well. But of course, why are we here today? To make sure you're getting the most out of your Sunday sports entertainment. So if you guys have questions, comments, you want picks, you want plays, you want help with your DFS lineups, your fantasy lineups, let us know. But Fumble Sports is here for all things sports every single day. Welcome into our 2-hour show. We will be live for the next 2 hours across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Make sure you guys are following us on all of those platforms. Make sure you hit the follow button no matter what platform you're watching on. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or on Kick. Make sure you follow But Fumble Sports. Means a lot to have you a part of this growing sports community. For all of those that are new to the show, this is how it works every day. We go through all of our picks from the previous day, see what we got right, see what we got wrong. Looking, as always, at our one disclaimer, though. We are not a sports book. We're not associated with any sports book. We are here for sports entertainment. We want to make sure that while you're watching sports, you're having as much fun as possible. You're enjoying yourself as much as possible. Yes, maybe getting some returns on your sports entertainment. But that said, all we try to do is to inform you, educate you. All we try to do is to inform you, educate you, help you be a better sports fan in any way that you want. So whether you're an expert or whether you're a complete novice, But Fumble Sports is here to help you. So if you don't understand something, if you don't understand a vocabulary word or a concept, never feel shy, never hesitate. We are here to help you in every way possible. Yes, there are times we'll dive very deep into sports lingo or sports betting lingo or fantasy sports lingo, but you should never feel like that you're outside the conversation. This is a club. We want everybody in. So if you want to learn the password, we'll let you know. It's not a secret. We'll let everybody know how to become a better sports fan. So that's our disclaimer as always. As for how we did yesterday, hit or miss day overall. We'll get to our celebrity shots in a moment. But our overall, this should be June 10th results. 27-22. I mean, just take it for 1 second. That's a crazy amount of picks that But Fumble Sports gives out every day. So if you love getting picks, you've come to the right place. That said, we did well on baseball yesterday. 6-4 overall. The MLB prop bets were hitting. Mr. Octagon didn't have his greatest night, but I understand why. He was trying to give you good betting plays, good odds. Didn't necessarily translate into reality. But I understood what he was going for. He'll give it a shot at the next UFC 290, if I'm not mistaken. Champions League, we did get Manchester City to win. We did think both teams would score a goal. Lukaku kind of got in the way of that in more ways than one. But we did get Manchester City winning the treble. So congratulations to all the Man City fans out there. You are on top of the football world. As for our NHL props, we only had one. Jack Eichel scoring or having a point. Didn't happen. That's okay. Didn't miss on any other results from the NHL game. We called that one accurately with the Panthers covering +1 and the under 6.5. We were sweating it for a little while there, but both tickets came in. No long ball, long shots of the day hit yesterday. None of our picks hit a home run, so we're hoping to do better today on that. As for our celebrity shots of the day, you guys didn't have your best day either, so clearly Saturday could be better for all of us. You guys went 4-6 to the results of how our celebrity shots went. Top Dog finally really hit a bad day. Top Dog, I know you're such a great viewer. Hope you can bounce back with us in your latest celebrity shot today. Jorge went 1 for 2. Mike Oxlong went 1 for 2, which is really good for Mike. Finally got on the board with a split. Tyler, unfortunately, his run of good luck ended. He missed on Hayes. Tito Fulsend went 1-1, and Mike Torres 835 did miss, so he took it out. That said, as we do every single day, we clear out the results from yesterday because that's old news, and we don't care about old news. We'll keep track of it, we'll remember it, we'll learn from it, but we're moving on to Sunday, June 11th. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope whatever you're doing, you're having a great time doing it. A ton of sports to get into over the next hour and 10 minutes, so make sure you hit that follow button, make sure you hit that like button, ask your questions, get your comments in, share your picks. You're going to hear me talk about it a lot, but we love sports here at But Fumble Sports, and all we're here to do is have fun, talk to you guys about what's going to go down today, and obviously try to cash some tickets, win some fantasy leagues, have a lot of fun in the process. So if you guys are ready, we are jumping into our show. Hope you guys are going to join us for the entire 2 hours. Big shout out to all those who are watching on YouTube. Top Dog, great to see you this morning. Dante, wonderful to see you. Great morning to you. Farika, good morning. Happy to have the congregation here at the Cathedral of Sports every Sunday, every day. But Fumble Sports, if you can't tell, I love talking sports more than anything else, and it's wonderful to have you here. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And again, if you guys ever have any questions, if you ever want to learn something, if there's ever something that you don't know, never hesitate. That's what we're here for. Deadpool getting on the chat. Florida, what happened? You know what happened? Florida doesn't have enough of an attack early in the game. The Golden Knights jump on them. It's almost like they smother them. They get early goals, but it's also, and in this way, it's why hockey's so hard to predict. It's a bouncing puck on ice. Last night, you felt there were opportunities for the Florida Panthers to tie that game up late. Didn't happen. I think the Golden Knights really do have a stranglehold on the series. As I mentioned a moment ago, the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Final feel very similar to me. They felt like a series that I thought was going to go 6, and in fact, it probably will just go 5, because we are seeing who the better team is. The Golden Knights are the better team, the Denver Nuggets are the better team. Okay, we got a lot to get into, obviously, today, but as we always do on a Sunday, we have to say Peacock and MLB Baseball. We give our usual refrain of what the hell were we thinking? And we have an 11:35 baseball game that I want to make sure I give out picks for. So IP Shade 45 is already asking about Zach Gallen over 6 strikeouts. It's an early game, and by the way, IP Shade 45 is shouting out them Golden Knights. So a big shout out to the Golden Knights. And by the way, just one note on the Golden Knights. I do want to shout out Coach Cassidy. He is someone who got dumped by the Bruins. The Bruins had this great regular season. It made Coach Cassidy, for a moment there, look like the problem in Boston, what was keeping them from a Stanley Cup. Now all those Boston hockey fans and all of those members of the Boston Bruins franchise have to eat crow because Coach Cassidy is 1 win away from the Stanley Cup championship, the Stanley Cup that the Boston Bruins have been craving for so many years now. Okay, that's my little nod to some hockey. Let's dive straight into that one game for 11:35 in baseball. Again, Diamondbacks and Tigers. This is a pitching matchup that really favors the Arizona Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen on the mound, 6-2 record, a sub-3 ERA, 10 strikeouts per 9 innings, and a good whip. On the other side, Joey Wentz has been a nightmare, 1-6, an ERA that's almost 7.5. Look at that whip at 1.76. We'll get to his walks in a minute. Just to look at how the Diamondbacks have done against left-handed pitching. Really good. Really well so far this year. This is a team that actually really hits on left-handed pitching. We're going to drop a ton of props. I know we usually wait for confetti to come before we drop our player props and our picks. But because this is an 11:35 game, we're going to get quick into this. Don't worry, IP Shade 45. Part of that will be answering your question. On the other side, by the way, how have the Tigers done against Zach Gallen? Javier Baez does have good stats against him. Be mindful of that. But overall, this isn't a lineup that hits right-handed pitching well. Highest average against right-handed pitching, believe it or not, 255. It's crazy to think of, but that's how low it is. quickly looking at the weather for this game, the likelihood of runs is up, but not via home runs, would be by hits. So there are some plays to take today when it comes to props. Quickly, I'm going to be obvious on this one, really obvious. This is a no-brainer for me. It's Diamondbacks on the money line. It's Diamondbacks on the money line. I'm not going to overthink this one. This is a leg of a parlay going off at minus 225. Diamondbacks have been red hot. Tigers have been cold as hell. Let's go. Obvious one for me. I'm not going to touch the over-under. If I had to go in any direction, I'd probably take the under at like under 9.5. I'd actually be willing to play that a little bit more. And really the reason for it is because it's an 11:35 game with Zach Gallen on the mound. The only reason I would be a little hesitant about this is because Joey Wentz gives up a ton of runs. Could I see maybe that the Diamondbacks score 7 and then I'm sweating it a little bit to see if the Tigers score 2 or if they score 3? The answer is yes, but it's the only reason I wouldn't take it. If I were to take it, Diamondbacks 9.5, that would be the play. I tend to want to actually put this up on the big board just because, again, Zach Gallen, early game. I'm going to put it up there. I'll put it up there. I'll say it's an in-show play, but I will say Diamondbacks under 9.5. I know runs are up. I know runs are up for this, but only the plus 4%. Home runs way down, but I do think there are going to be some hits. Now, we've got a ton of player props to dive into. By the way, thank you, IP Shade, for the confetti. By the way, the reason we do all of this is because, believe it or not, it actually takes some cost for us to put our production together. So we appreciate all the support. I never want to be the PBS of sports betting or daily fantasy sports or anything like that. But I certainly appreciate the support you show, not only the network, but me personally. It means a lot. So that said, let's look at some of these player props. Let's start with Zach Gallen. And look at him on strikeouts. Now, the implied probability here is on the under, which is interesting, but that's at 6.5. If we're to drop that down and we put it at 5.5, the problem is that's going off at 200, minus 200. How has it been as a play? Not that great on the road. It has been consistent overall, but not good on the road. The Tigers, though, I mean, is it an offense I have any confidence in? The answer is no. I lean away from it. It doesn't excite me enough, especially with the implied probability being what it is. But if I were to take it anywhere, make sure you get it at the 5.5. Make sure it's at the 5.5. Let's quickly go to Fangraphs. I just want to see how the Tigers have done against right-handed pitching at home. Sometimes we use Fangraphs just to see if there's a little extra data out there. They're a top 12 team when it comes to strikeouts. They're 12th in strikeouts at home. So has me a little bit worried. It's kind of in the middle. Again, if I were to take it, make sure you try to get it at that 5.5. Yeah, 6 strikeouts, Jack, doesn't appeal to me, especially because if he gets 6, you're on a push there. So make sure you're getting the hook in your favor. And when I talk about the hook, I'm talking about that 0.5, that half a strikeout. If you're taking it at 6, if he gets 6 strikeouts, depending on what sportsbook you use, 6 strikeouts might be a push, which means you get your money back, but you don't get any winnings. The reason we do this is we're trying to get money, we're trying to get a return on our investment. So my one concern here is if you take it at 6, he actually has to get 7 strikeouts for you to cash a ticket. So that's not what I want. 5.5 would be the preferred play. Just something to be mindful of. Not something I'm curious about, but let's get to some other things. First, let's get to Joey Wentz. Oh, he's not showing up. Too bad. Yeah, too bad, because I wanted to take that 1.5 strikeouts there. But let's go to Corbin Carroll. Let's go to hits, runs, and RBIs. Really strong implied probability here, everybody. 61%. We really like that. How has he been of late? Really consistent. 4 out of his last 5. How about on the road? Obviously 3 out of the last 4. If I extend it out, really strong overall. So Corbin Carroll, is one I really like. Corbin Carroll over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Now, another thing I want to take on Corbin Carroll might be singles. Overall on singles, let's go back. If I go to overall just on a hit or on a single, I'd be curious. Bases, no, just to show you guys. But hits? Oh, interesting, because it's 1.5. But what about singles? What about just to get a single? 56% on the over. Hasn't been as strong a play, actually, as I would have thought. So actually not one to take. Just wanted to dive into it. One other one that I would say, I know if you guys share, this is one of the ways we'll give out some of these today. But one of the ones I actually was also interested is in a stolen base. 22% implied probability, plus 350. So we are going to do this again with the sharing is stealing or stealing is sharing, where we give out some players we think are going to get a stolen base today. I'm going to throw Corbin Carroll up here as well. Corbin Carroll to get a stolen base. So I'm on him in a number of ways today. That's one of the first plays that we like today. Let's dive into a few more. Gurriel. Lourdes Gurriel. Now here, what about on total bases? Over 1.5, not there. How about on hits, runs, and RBIs? There it is, over 1.5. And again, this is a bad pitching matchup if you're the Tigers. You're facing a really good starter, and you've got a left-handed pitcher on the mound who gives up hits, gives up runs. We like Lourdes Gurriel today. He's been red hot of late, really strong play. So this is a no-brainer for me. Adding it to Corbin Carroll, again, this game goes off in about 15 minutes. That's why we're jumping into it right away. We'll get to some of the other games in just a minute, but I want to make sure we load you guys up with all of the plays that you want for this game. Now, home runs, as I mentioned a moment ago, are not going to be in vogue for this game at minus 16% on probability on home runs, at least according to the weather. One of the reasons I'm not going to put out a long ball, long shot of the day for this game is based on that. However, if I were, who would I have my eye on? Christian Walker. Christian Walker has my attention because the righty-lefty matchup. I look at bases. Nope, nothing appealing there. I look at hits, runs, and RBIs. Very appealing. And again, it's okay. I know that you're going to say, well, but Fumble Sports, you got 3 guys on the same team and you're taking them at the same bet. Aren't you fearful that they won't cash? Actually, given how this lineup lays itself out, I could see all 3 cashing because of one another. Corbin Carroll gets a hit. He's driven in by Walker. Walker gets a hit and scores Gurriel, or Gurriel scores Walker. There are multiple opportunities for these 3 guys specifically, so even though they're all on the same team, it actually doesn't worry me nearly as much as it would if the lineup were laid out differently. Now, one other player I wanted to bring up as well is Javier Baez, because of those numbers that he has against Zach Gallen. If I just look at hits, over half a hit at 69% is one that I like, so I would also throw Javi Baez. Over half a hit, again, may not be appealing to you at home, given that it's going off at minus 219 is the best possible odds, but not something I necessarily have a huge problem with. Again, parlays, leg of a parlay, a 2 or 3 leg parlay. If I did take it at total bases, doesn't work for me. If I took it at hits, runs, and RBIs, I know it's at 55%, but I'm actually not crazy about it, simply because, again, don't have as much faith in the Tigers' offense against right-handed pitching. Even if Zach Gallen gave up a home run to Javi Baez, I'd shake it off and go, great, I cashed. Pick, never hesitate, just write in the comment section my celebrity shot, my celebrity pick, and whatever the pick is. By the way, Top Dog, we just answered one of your questions. Top Dog, we need a celebrity shot from you for games that are today. No NBA game today. The NBA game is tomorrow. That said, we do have a celebrity shot from Dante. Dante's celebrity shot coming in. Dante is going with Jorge Mateo. Dante's celebrity shot coming in. Dante is going with Jorge Mateo, throwing his celebrity shot on the board. Jorge Mateo, over half a hit. Now let's look at Jorge Mateo of the Baltimore Orioles. That's because I'm on just one game. Just one game. So Jorge Mateo. And you were asking about hits. He's not coming up. Not seeing him. Not seeing him. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing him. Might mean he's out of the lineup. We got to double check that. No results. So not seeing it. That said, there are other ways that we can figure this out. We can go to player props here on ballparkpal.com. We can look at hits. Jorge Mateo. How long does it take before we find him? We like our Corbin Carroll. Jorge Mateo. Nope, not available today. So not someone you want to take. Doesn't look like he's available, everybody. So Dante, I wouldn't take that. You might want to throw that off your board. Alexander, great to see you this morning. Hello, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Okay, Jack is asking about Zach Gallen under 2.5 earned runs. Let's look at that play. Gallen under 2.5 earned runs. The implied probability here, 62%. It's actually one of the strongest plays involving Zach Gallen. Now, interestingly enough, this has been a really consistent play. How has it been on the road? Not so much. That's the concern I have. On the road, it hasn't been as consistent. Now, a couple things lead me to like it today. Again, how have the Tigers done lifetime against Gallen? Small sample size, but against right-handed pitching, as I mentioned a moment ago, really poor. Not into it. That said, I am curious about it because of that ERA. It's almost there naturally at 2.75. So for me, if I had to go in any direction, I would take the under. Won't put it up on my big board, but Guerra, that is one area I would consider, would be the under 2.5 earned runs. I'm not putting it up on my big board, but not a bad play. By the way, Alexander has a big announcement. My grandson has been playing a lot of baseball and made the All-Stars. Congratulations, Alexander. Congratulations to your grandson. Wonderful news. Is there anything better than Little League Baseball? If there is, I don't know it. It is one of those pure great things that we have in this country. Just an amazing thing. And congratulations to him. What position does he play, Alexander? What position does he play? Guerra, I definitely think you're onto something with home runs being down and poor batters in that game. So again, I don't dislike it. I'm not going to put it up on my big board, but if it ended up coming true and cashing, I would not be surprised at Guerra. By the way, I want to give a big shout out to our new horse racing handicapper, Mr. Boomin. And by the way, not only did he do well yesterday, he cashed major tickets on the Belmont Stakes. So I hope all of you guys were following him. I hope all of you checked out our website, buttfumblesports.com. He is going to be putting out picks every week for horse racing action. So make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. We are going to be giving out horse racing picks every week. He crushed his Belmont Stakes picks. Again, you don't want to miss it. Mr. Booming, another member of the Butt Fumble Sports content community, giving out picks every week. Great job, Mr. Booming. You crushed it last week. I crushed it yesterday, I should say. By the way, Alexander, now congratulations to the grandson, utility player, if not pitching. By the way, don't we know all the most talented youngsters are pitchers, but also put it like every position of need? And he's fast, pitches to contact. Love it. By the way, I always think, who are the pitchers that you should model your game after when you're young? Don't try and be a flamethrower. I always wanted to model my game after Greg Maddux, because if you can throw a complete game in 78 pitches, 85 pitches, that is ownership. That is great pitching. Yeah, you can throw 5 innings of 100 miles an hour and get 10 strikeouts, or you can pitch a complete game shutout on 85 pitches. I'd rather do that. Okay, we have a couple celebrity shots coming in. Mike Oxlong has a celebrity shot that we love. We'll get into that. Top Dog has a celebrity shot. We'll get into that. But those that are watching, especially on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. If you're watching on TikTok Live, make sure you not only hit the like button, but you know what to do. Help us out. We're going to give out some picks, so hit us up with that confetti. We're going to put out some of your celebrity shots. So if you have celebrity shots, make sure you throw them up on the big board right now. Put them in the comments section. Write my celebrity shot or my celebrity pick, just like Top Dog did on YouTube. Top Dog trying to get back on the winning streak, winning track, is taking Diamondbacks first 5 money line. So he has the Diamondbacks winning on the money line. Diamondbacks in the first 5. And he has Padres Rockies run in the first inning. That's one I like as well. Yes to run in the first inning. By the way, Top Dog, do you want that 2 separate picks or a parlay? If you do, let us know. We'll put the plus sign in between. But this is one I like as well. Throwing this one up on my big board as well. That is one I like, which is Padres, Rockies, yes to a run in the first inning. Really like that. Saw that the probability on that is at 58.1%. It cashed yesterday. Really like that play. Definitely one you want to have your eyes on today. Okay. Irvin Marquez, welcome to the show. Yes, we do. We're really high on the Diamondbacks today. Again, that game's about to start in about 8 minutes or so. So here are the picks that we like for that game up on our screen. We went right into it, so those are the picks that we like. Again, we'll be putting up some of your celebrity shots. Mike Oxlong's got a celebrity shot. Mike Oxlong, welcome back to the show, Mike. Great to see you. Mike Oxlong's celebrity shot is going to be Luis Arise over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Let's go check it out. This is one I like as well. So I'm going to dive into it more to show you what's behind it. But I like this one as well. Luis Arise at this point is just a consistent play. Over 1.5, 62% implied probability. Mike Oxlong, we're thinking the same ways. To the old line, great minds think alike. We love this play today. Great pick. Love the call. Good find by Mike Oxlong. Good play. Mike Oxlong actually wants to double down. I feel the same way you do, by the way, Mike. I would have done the exact same thing. Love where your head's at. What's it on singles? 66% implied probability. 9 out of the last 10 games. You guys know what I say about this. That's so much green, we call it a lawn. That's too much green right there to not go with it. So, Luis Arise, over half a hit, or over half a single, rather. And I'm doing the exact same thing, Mike, doubling down. Luis Arise, over half a single. The guy's hitting over 400. You got to take it. You got to take it. The grass is overgrown, Mike. Mike knows it, and we're hoping that there's no trimmer in sight, no lawnmower in sight. So this isn't one you can miss. Luis Arise is definitely a good play today. Love that one. 2 picks we threw up on our big board. Mike Oxlong has his celebrity shots up there of the day. By the way, Top Dog's saying he wants those 2 picks separate. So there you go. By the way, Dante, don't forget, we didn't see Jorge Mateo up available, so find a new celebrity shot and throw it in the comment section. Again, if you guys want your favorite pick of the day put on our big board, make sure you throw it in the comment section no matter which platform you're watching on. Kick, Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube. You can throw your celebrity shot in there, and we've got it. Mike Oxlong bringing the jokes. On a Sunday, a lot of people are mowing their lawns. Hopefully the Chicago White Sox don't mow down Luis Arise. We're hoping he cashes some tickets for us, gives that green. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Once we hit 2,000 likes, we'll give out our first long ball long shot of the day. Again, every single day we give out players we think are going to hit a home run. We also started giving out players we think are going to get a steal. The first one we took was Corbin Carroll. Again, that game goes off in about 5 minutes. Corbin Carroll, the odds for him to get a steal are about what you get for players to hit a home run. About plus 300, plus 250, plus 350, around that range. So it doesn't mean you necessarily want to put a full unit down on it, but a half unit down might be worth doing. Alexander, how do you feel about the Royals is the question Alexander has. So if I go to the Royals game and I look at them against the Orioles, here's what concerns me. Kyle Gibson's been pitching better. I know he had a bad outing against the Royals earlier this year, but he's actually been pitching well this year. When he got that ERA below 4, really impressed me. He's not a big strikeout guy, pitches to some contact, but that ERA's low, and a 7-3 record, we got to start taking the Orioles seriously. And I obviously don't just mean the offense. I mean their pitching staff. There are 2 teams to me, 3 really actually, if I look across baseball, where we're going to talk a lot about their offense, but their starting pitching isn't getting enough respect. The Baltimore Orioles, the Texas Rangers, and the Cincinnati Reds. Yes, all 3 of those teams have guys who can give up home runs and can have some dog poop kind of games. But overall, the pitching staffs of those 3 teams have performed far better than expectations. And you want to make sure when you're betting or you're looking at those teams for fantasy that you're actually taking into account what they're doing in 2023 and not the reputation they had in spring training. So Kyle Gibson, you might not respect him, but he's pitching well. And again, do I really take a 6 2/3 innings of performance where he gave up some runs against the Royals with too much more than a grain of salt? I don't. If I do look at the numbers against him overall, yeah, there are some hitters who have knocked him around, but in a smaller sample size. Prado might be someone I like in a player prop to get a hit or a base, but overall, especially, look at Salvador Perez. That's supposed to be the big bopper in the lineup, and he's hitting so poorly. Bobby Witt Jr. is only 1 for 4. So again, I like the Orioles in this game. Orioles have been red hot, 6 of 4, but facing good competition. Meanwhile, the Royals are really struggling. I think this is an easy call for me. I would take the Orioles on the money line. Orioles on the money line is the play for me. Don't have too much hesitation about it. I like the starting pitching matchup. On the other side, Hernandez, again, yes, he's an opener. So again, don't think too much of it. He'll pitch a couple innings, 1 or 2, but then this is going to become a bullpen game for the Royals. And looking quickly at the weather for this one, likelihood of home runs a tick up, likelihood of runs a tick up, wind blowing out to left field. They did extend that left field, so it's not as friendly for home runs as it used to be. But I just like the Orioles across the board on this one. Really quickly, though, I want to dive into one player that we just saw a moment ago from that. And that is Prado. Nick Prado, looking at his over bases, over half a base, 66%. That's a no-brainer for me. Now, I just came across it, so I will make it an in-show research play. Nick Prado, over half a base. But that's a no-brainer for me. That's really easy. It's a righty-lefty matchup. He has good numbers lifetime. Let's also look at hits. Over half a hit's going off at the same spot. If I like one, I like the other. I'm not going to put both of them up on the board just because it gets redundant. But if I like one, minus 195. What's over half a base? Minus 198. Both good plays. I like it. Mike Oxlong, thank you for sharing the chat. For all of those, or for sharing the channel, for all of those who follow Butt Fumble Sports, who are part of this community, please let others know. Like the video if you're watching. Share the channel with friends, family, other sports fans that you know. We are a sports content company that is for sports fans. Whether you're a novice or you're an expert, we're here for all of you, and we grow because our audience gives us the kind of support that they do. So make sure you're like Mike. Share Butt Fumble Sports with people you know, sports fans that you know. Guerra is asking about Shane Bieber under 4.5. By the way, IP Shade 45, we'll get to your Tampa Bay Rays question in just a minute, but let's look at Shane Bieber first. Shane Bieber on strikeouts, and you were actually taking the under on strikeouts, which is interesting because the implied probability says the over's the better play, but the under's been cashing way more consistently. This is a really tough play for me in terms of not the trend. The trend is obvious. The implied probability throws me a little bit, though. But under's been a strong play, whether at home, overall. Under's been a strong play here. Now let's look at how the Astro hitters have done against him lifetime. Jose Abreu, good numbers, but actually has a decent strikeout rate. This is one I feel like we gotta... It's tough because he's hitting at 4 so frequently. What's 5.5 at? 5.5, oh, it's not available. Too bad. Over 3.5, it's a tough one. I'm not going to put it up on my big board. If I had to go in any direction, you're seeing what the trend is. You're seeing what the trend is for this one. If I had to go in any direction, you're seeing what the trend is. I would take the under. I'm not putting it up on my big board. Not enough confidence in it. But you can see how strong a trend the under has been for strikeouts for Shane Bieber. Under 4.5 has been really consistent. Trust the system. Are you talking about an under in this Astros-Cleveland Guardians game? No run in the first inning? Because actually, I'm going in the other direction. This is a game, I'm going to throw a run in the first inning. Astros, Guardians, believe it or not, I'm saying yes to a run in the first inning. I'm saying yes. I saw that the likelihood of a run in the first inning for that game is at 55.3%. So I'm actually taking the Astros Guardians run in the first inning. Top Dog, I'll get to your questions in just 1 second. But first, I want to get to IP Shade 45's comment about the Tampa Bay Rays. How will the Tampa Bay Rays do? Are they a good money line play? Let's look at the Rays. Playing against the Rangers today, starting pitching matchup, Martin Perez, who's pitched really well this year. He's actually pitched really well. The ERA is a little bit higher than we'd like, closer to 4, but that win-loss record stands out. However, doesn't compare to maybe the best starting pitcher in the American League this year, Shane McClanahan. When you have a 2.02 ERA and your strikeouts per 9 is above 10, you are, I think, the starting pitcher in the American League in the All-Star game. But how have Texas hitters done against him? Not a big sample size, not much to speak of. How about on the other side? How have Rays hitters done against Perez? They have some history. We'll get to Yandy Diaz in 1 second. I think Yandy Diaz is a must-play today in fantasy as well as in a prop. But you're also seeing Wander Franco have good numbers, Tyler Walls. So yes, I do like the Rays in this one. I know that the Rangers have been a hot team of late. Both teams have been really hot. But that said, I'm there. I'm actually going to throw this one up on my board as well. I will take the Rays on the money line. Rays on the money line. Now, let's get to Yandy Diaz really quick. Because Yandy Diaz, to me, is a player you cannot miss out on. Let's look at over hits, runs, and RBIs. Oh, they set it at 2.5. Those cheeky bastards. Okay, 2.5. Not what we want there. We want it better than that. So let's look at overall bases. 1.5. It's only going off at 53%. Makes me a little nervous. Not as strong a trend as we'd like. Against left-handed pitching this year, how has he done? He's actually only got a 220 batting average against left-handed pitching. Funny enough, Yandy Diaz is hitting much better against right-handed pitching. I still like him today, though. I still like him today because the starting pitching matchup. Where are we going to find it? Over hits? No. How about on a single? A single at 61%. You could get it at minus 155. I'm going to take it, but I'm going to split the difference on this one. So I'm going to take this in a couple different ways. First of all, I'll take Yandy Diaz over half a single. Over half a single. Then, because I can't get it on hits, If hits was going off at half a hit, I'd take it. 1.5, I can't trust it. But I am going to also kind of reverse engineer it. I'll take over 1.5 bases in case he gets a double. So I will take over one at Yandy Diaz, over 1.5 bases. And I might reverse engineer this one all the way. What is he to score a run? To score a run in this game, nah, not strong enough on the implied probability. So those will be my Yandy Diaz plays that I just threw up there on the big board that you can see. Okay, we have hit 2,000 likes. You guys are absolutely the best. Because we've hit 2,000 likes, you guys know what happens. We give out a long ball, long shot of the day. So make sure you guys are always hitting that like button. Every time you do, we get to 2,000 likes. We give out a home run pick today. Here is a home run pick today that I like. I'm going to go with Jose Abreu. Jose Abreu, again, track record against Shane Bieber. Jose Abreu, looking at him to get a home run. Implied probability is only 13%. Now, a lot of that has to do with he's been struggling over the course of the year, but he's homered in his last 2 games. And again, against Shane Bieber lifetime, he has 3 home runs since 2018. Good batting average. I know the strikeouts are a little bit up there, but I like Jose Abreu to hit a home run. You could get this at plus 700. Yes, please. Plus 700. I'm going to throw it up there on the board. So Jose Abreu is our first long ball, long shot of the day for those playing at home. Top Dog's got some questions. Top Dog is asking about Madison Lamet. Lamet under 4.5 strikeouts. And Carrasco under 4 strikeouts. Let's look at it. So, Lamet of the Colorado Rockies, you're asking about the strikeouts that he'll have. Under 4.5, really strong implied probability. Good find here. This might be a really good find by Top Dog. Yep, really consistent. In his 2 starts so far this year, the under is hit. At home, obviously we're challenged on sample size, but just over his last 3 starts overall, last 3 appearances, the under's been the strong play. So I like this one. I like this one as well. This is one I'll take. I'll take the under 4.5 strikeouts on Lamet. Great find. Great find. By the way, that's how we work at But Fumble Sports. We're looking for your help as well. There are a lot of picks out there, a lot of research. So if you find something that you think's of interest, ask us about it. If we see the trend, we'll back it. Let's see how the Padres have done against him lifetime. There are a couple hitters with some strikeouts. Machado, he struck out in his 1 appearance. Sanchez, he struck out twice. Grisham has actually struck out a decent amount as well, but not enough to concern me. I know there are a lot of zeros here, but I'm actually not as worried. Juan Soto might be someone you want to keep your eye on, by the way. Juan Soto might be someone you want to pay attention to. Austin Nola as well. But anyways, a pick we just threw up on the board. Lamet under 4.5 strikeouts. Now the next play we were just asked about as well from Top Dog was Carlos Carrasco strikeouts. He was asking about the under on that as well. New York Mets finally got a win yesterday. Again, the under is a strong implied probability. Oh, man. You guys know I'm going to be a broken record on this. What do we call this, everybody? Say it at the same time. We call this a lawn. That's so much green, that's a lawn. You got to go with it. That's too strong a play to ignore. How have the Pirates done against Carrasco lifetime? Not bad, actually. Not bad. Sure, Hayes has struck out against them. Sawinski has struck out against them. But Reynolds, good numbers. Joe, good numbers. McCutcheon, good numbers. Bingo! We're going to put this one up on our board as well. Carlos Carrasco, under 4.5 strikeouts. And big shout out to Top Dog, bringing some great picks. Bringing some great information, Carlos Carrasco. Under 4.5 strikeouts. Now, I also want to do one thing. I know we've got some work to do. I know throws on TikTok are asking some questions. I know we got to get to some of those. Boss Lady Murr, IP Shade 45, you're bringing some good questions. Mike Oxlong, great questions. By the way, shout out to Jans. Appreciate you, Jans. That said, Candyman's going to drop some WNBA knowledge in a little bit. So don't worry, we'll also get some WNBA up on our board. However, I wanted to do one thing that I've started to do more frequently in the show, which is reverse engineer over walks allowed. That's been cashing for us when we've been doing this. So let's look at who's got the highest implied probability on walks allowed. And notice, we've got a couple names that we just talked about. Now, the 2.5, I wouldn't like. I wouldn't take Lamet at 2.5, but Carrasco at 1.5, Williams at 1.5, Walker at 1.5. I would go with all three of these. So I'm going to throw these up on my big board. We are going to treat these as in-show plays, but actually I had been paying attention to these this morning. I'll take them as in-show plays just because I wanted to show you guys just how we did it looking at the reverse engineering of it. But Carlos Carrasco, over 1.5 walks allowed. And once again, the next one, Trevor Williams. Over 1.5 walks allowed. Taijuan Walker, say it with me, over 1.5 walks allowed. So again, those have been good plays for us of late. They all have matchups that work in our favor. Walker's facing the Dodgers. Williams is facing the Braves. Carrasco, he's facing the Pirates with the Pirates at home. These are plays we like today. And one more time, if you guys haven't been with us, one place we go to get our research is a place called ballparkpal.com. Shows how the weather is going to impact the scoring, home runs, extra base hits, singles across every major league game. Great website, great tool. Couple games we have our eye on when it comes to scoring. Padres and Rockies, obviously. The game that has gotten underway now between the Diamondbacks and the Tigers. That Dodgers-Phillies game has our attention as well. And that's where I go next. Because IP Shade 45 brought up a little bit ago JD Martinez and Will Smith. I like both of those players today. Let's dive into them. JD Martinez. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. You can already see the strongest implied probability there. 61% on this. Really consistent as of late. 5 of the last 6 games. Throwing this one up there on my board, I had it prior to the show, was JD Martinez over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. That's JD Martinez. Now against Taijuan Walker, lifetime in his career, JD Martinez has outstanding numbers. 3 for 4 with a RBI. So JD Martinez is a no-brainer for me. And I am going to double down on this. Again, we haven't gotten to 4,000 likes yet, but I'm just going to assume that we are going to get there. And let's give out another long ball long shot of the day, because you hit the nail on the head, IP Shade 45. I like JD Martinez to hit a home run. Plus 330 is where I see it. So JD Martinez is another player I like today. And again, win not just blowing out, but to right center, not an issue. Love this play. Love this play. Getting a ton of questions from you guys. Love the engagement today. Love you being a part of the show. Make sure you always help us out with our live goal. Every time we get that confetti, we give out some more of our picks. So make sure you help us out. Top Dog has a great comment, actually, saying that Lamet doesn't pitch long. That helps us on the strikeouts being under, not on the walks. So a great call from Top Dog. Casey is saying the weather is nasty in Atlanta. They may not play. Interesting. IP Shade 45. You are... Oh, we also were asked about Will Smith. Will Smith was another player. So if we just look at home runs for Will Smith, 20% implied probability. Not a terrible play here. But Not necessarily what I would take today. How about hits, runs, and RBIs? It's going off at 2.5. Don't like that. What about total bases? 1.5. Don't like that. What about just hits? 1.5. Don't like that. Doesn't look like Will Smith is really being offered at a spot we like. If I wanted over half a single, I guess I could take that. But not a really strong play across the board. Not in terms of what he is. He could do really well today, but in terms of the odds that we're getting. By the way, Farika is telling us Javi Baez has already gotten a hit, so we get to do our favorite thing every day. We get to put those dollar signs next to one of our picks. So Javi Baez has already gotten a hit. Thank you, Javi Baez. We are 1 for 1 to start our day. Always nice to get that morning. I don't like an 11:35 baseball game on Peacock. I always tell you guys I think that's kind of poopycock, or however you want to say it. I think it's garbage. I think it's a terrible play. I think it's trying to expand baseball by putting it behind a paywall at a time no one's thinking about it, but whatever. That said, I do love that we get to cash some of our tickets live on the air with you guys. Javi Baez, we're cashing on that one. Okay, Mike Oxlong, do we like Jose Abreu over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? You're asking because we like him on a home run. He's got good numbers against Shane Bieber. We like the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Yes, we do. Good implied probability. So this is one that we like. Jose Abreu, over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Yes, I do. I do like that play. Good call. Good call, Jorge. Can you add Lucas Giolito to it? IP Shade 45. Sorry, IP Shade 45. Are these your celebrity picks or your questions? If you guys want your celebrity picks put up on our big board, if you want your favorite picks of the day put up on our screen and we keep track of them, make sure you write in the comment section my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot and then what the pick is. That way we can keep track of them. Otherwise, in the comment section, it can be a little confusing. Sometimes it looks like a question, so I always want to make sure we keep track of those. Walter Bloom, great to see you. Walter Bloom Jr., Astros to lead by 2 at any point during the game. Early win boost on DraftKings. I have never heard of a play like that, where you could take the Astros to lead by 2 runs at any time. I'm not going to touch it. That just seems like a crazy play. Wow. I mean, like, if that's what you're doing, wrap your arm up and hit that vein. That's a little much for me. And by the way, I love sports betting and I love chasing, a good play. But that said, damn, you must really want to throw money around. What I would say is there are probably other bets I like more, Walter Bloom. But appreciate you being with us. Appreciate you joining us. Jorge's asking about Mitch Keller over 5.5 strikeouts. I know we got a ton of questions. We'll get to more of them in just a minute. Mitch Keller, 5.5 strikeouts. Implied probability isn't great on this one. I know it's been consistent. It missed last game. How about at home? It's missed 2 out of the last 5. I got to avoid it. Not a strong enough play for me. How have the Mets done against him? They actually have some good numbers. Mets against Mitch Keller, Francisco Lindor, Narvaez, Pham, not bad. I wouldn't take it. Not going to touch Mitch Keller today. Oxlong, Mike Oxlong's asking about Hunter Green. Let's look at Hunter Green. 6.5 strikeouts. The implied probability has the slight advantage. The trend suggests it's a good play. Look at this strikeouts per 9. 12.77. That is high. How about how he's done against these Cardinal hitters? Goldschmidt, a high strikeout percentage. Gorman, high strikeout percentage. Donovan, high strikeout percentage. I think I like this one. If I had to go in any direction, I think I would take the over on this. On the road, it's been a strong play. Against the Cardinals, a bit hit or miss, but he did have it in his last start. This was September. But that said, I like this one. I think I would go with it. Seems a touch higher than I'd like, obviously. But over 6.5, I think we'd ride with it. I think I'm going to throw it up there on the big board. So we'll throw Hunter Green over 6.5 strikeouts up there. It's been so consistent. We like it. Good track record as well. Top Dog says, you can pick any team to lead by 2, but put it on a team you know that's going to win. It's too bad because I would have probably said the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks would have been probably the team I would have taken in that position. Looking across baseball, the Braves, if people are saying the weather could be a problem, I'd be curious to know what the weather ultimately is, but I could see the Braves winning by 2 there. I could see the Orioles winning by 2. It's kind of where I'm at on it. Those are kind of the games that stand out to me. Padres as well. Blake Snell on the mound. I can see the Padres leading by 2. Okay, Mike Oxlong's been asking about George Springer for a minute, so let's get to that. By the way, don't forget, guys, if you want my picks that I get ready before our show, make sure you hook us up with our live goal. We try to hit our live goal every show. That's that confetti. Help us out. Every time we get confetti, we give out a pick. Let's go to George Springer. Of course, we love doing our research to help you guys out, but we also have our favorite plays of the day. We love giving those out when we can. Hits, runs, and RBIs for Springer. Really strong here. Really strong, Mike. Really strong. By the way, I'm being told that we have hit a couple long ball long shots of the day, so we'll give those out in a minute. Good couple of days against the Twins. How has he done at home? Not bad. Really consistent. At home against the Twins. When he's played the Twins and he's been at home, really strong play. Really strong play. How has he done against Louis Varland lifetime? 2 for 3. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to throw this one up there. It is an in-show play, but George Springer over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. There's another play associated with this game that I like that was also brought up a moment ago, and it has to do with the guy who's also up here, Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette, IP Shade 45, you said it correctly. I got my eye on Bo Bichette today. Let's look at Bo Bichette. How do we like him on total bases? Over 1.5? I like it. Over 1.5 bases for Bo Bichette. I'm going to take him on a couple plays here, so just bear with me. Bo Bichette, over 1.5 bases. How about on hits, runs, and RBIs? It's going off at 2.5, so I'm not taking it. But how about on overall hits? 1.5. Nope, not there. How about home runs? Not quite. Plus 575 if you liked it. He does have a home run against Varland lifetime. So just something to consider. By the way, should have gone back here. George Springer, just quickly looking at total bases. 1.5. Not as strong a play as the hits, runs, and RBIs, just in case you were curious. Okay, amazingly, because you guys are the best community on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. You guys have been hitting that like button like crazy. We have some long ball, long shots of the day to give out. Next long ball, long shot of the day that I'm going to give out. Hopefully this game isn't interrupted. We're saying there's some crazy weather. But Ronald Acuna Jr. Boy, am I loving the matchup that he has today. Let me throw him up here and let me show you why. Ronald Acuna Jr. Looking at home runs. Implied probability 25%. Love that. The weather working in our favor. Yeah, you're saying home runs is at +0, but it's not being negatively affected. Blowing out to left field, don't have a problem with that. Looking at the matchup that he has against Trevor Williams, great numbers. Not good numbers, great numbers. 6 for 12, 2 home runs. Love Ronald Acuna Jr. today. So I'm throwing him up on the screen, up on our big board for a long ball, long shot of the day. I'll get to a couple more in just a second, but I'm also going to take him on other player prop bets as well. Just want to show you what the implied probability is. On bases, over 1.5, no frickin' brainer here. Ronald Acuna Jr., over 1.5 bases. Hits, runs, and RBIs, I'm expecting this one's not going to work in our favor because it's set at 2.5. Now, even at 2.5, that has a strong implied probability. You may want to still take this. Over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I'm not going to. But this isn't a terrible play, actually. Of all the times we see the 2.5, the fact it's still at 56%, you may want to throw it up on your big board at home. You may want to play this one. I'm not, but not one to necessarily poo-poo. How about overall hits? 1.5? No. How about a stolen base? 31% on the stolen base. I'm throwing that up there as well. Ronald Acuna Jr. I'm expecting a big day from him. Yes, he's in my fantasy lineup. By the way, if you want to see my daily fantasy lineup every single day, make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. There's a link in the description or a link in the bio. Make sure you hit that link. Go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. You can check out our favorite MLB plays of the day, our DFS lineup of the day, the best hitter-pitcher matchups of the day. We have also given out our NASCAR pick of the day. We have a NASCAR expert who puts our picks out every single weekend. He cashes, it seems like every race, every other race. He crushes on these. So the race at Sonoma today, make sure you go to our website. He does an outstanding job on these. Our NASCAR handicapper is by far the best person I've ever met who's worked on NASCAR. And I worked at Fox. I know people who worked on NASCAR for a living. He calls NASCAR better than anybody I know when it comes to picking the race. So make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. While you're there, check out our merchandise. We have a lot of merchandise with our logo. If you guys like it, hope you do. You can get one of the shirts, one of the sweatshirts that we have. As you can tell, I'm wearing our polo. We also have some NFL shirts. Those commemorating Mr. Irrelevant, the butt punt, some Chandler Jones on Mac Jones crime, as well as Josh Allen hurdling a defender. We also have some Young Guns. If you're a fan of the AFC quarterbacks, we have a Young Guns shirt and a brand new series that we have. An iconic stance t-shirts featuring the Kid, Ken Griffey Jr., Jeff Bagwell, Ichiro Suzuki, and Babe Ruth. So definitely some things you want to check out on our website, buttfumblesports.com. And of course, you can always contact us. We love hearing from you guys, love engaging with you off the air. So make sure you guys follow us and make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Okay, we've got a ton to get into. We have just gotten some confetti. Thank you so much, Yoni. Thank you so much, Jans. We've got some confetti coming our way. We also have some long ball long shots of the day to give out. We have some stolen bases to give out. Boy, do we have a lot to do over the next couple of minutes. So everybody get ready. We're about to drop some picks on you guys. Get ready. We're about to do some work. Okay, trend plays of the day. Now, I did like the Astros and Guardians, yes, to a run in the first inning. I'm going to double down on that game, and I'm going to actually also take the Astros. I saw that at plus 1.5. Because Shane Bieber is on the mound for the Guardians, I think that's why they're the heavy favorite. I like Astros plus 1.5. I actually think it's an advantageous matchup for them today. Another game that I like today. Now, who the starting pitcher is for the Dodgers, still waiting to hear. By the way, if anyone's heard who the starting pitcher is for the Dodgers today, I'll be really curious to know. Still waiting on that. Haven't heard yet. If anyone has seen that, I'd be really interested to know who the starting pitcher is for the Dodgers. Let's see if it's shown up yet. No. Still not seeing it here at ballparkpal.com. Again. Okay, it's Caleb Ferguson. Caleb Ferguson is the starting pitcher for the Dodgers. I want to look at him. I haven't had the opportunity yet to do my research since he was announced so late. I'm assuming he's not going to have big numbers, but I'm going to pull back the veil and show you guys what I do every single day. I go to hitter-pitcher matchups. How has he done against the hitters of the Phillies? Kyle Schwarber's hit a home run against him. Kyle Schwarber's taking him yard. And by the way, that gets our attention because Kyle Schwarber might be a good long ball long shot of the day, given that the wind is blowing out right to his sweet spot. I'm going to throw that one up on the board. We just came across it. I will treat it as an in-show play, but I like Kyle Schwarber today to hit a home run. Let's go look at, he started to heat up. Wind blowing out to right center. That's perfect for Kyle Schwarber. Let's look at Kyle Schwarber, what his implied probability is on a home run. 24%. We love that. Anytime it's above 20, great play. You can see he's been hot of late hitting home runs. That's a good play for us. So another long ball, long shot of the day is going to be Kyle Schwarber. What about on total bases? Nope. What about hits, runs, and RBIs? That's a really strong play as well. Kyle Schwarber over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Going to throw that one up here as well. We have more picks to give out. How about another long ball, long shot of the day since we've hit, I think we're up to like 10,000 likes. You guys are crushing it. You guys are the best. You guys are doing a great job. So let's give out some more. How about Josh Naylor? Josh Naylor of the Cleveland Guardians. What's he going off to get? A home run? Josh Naylor, 18%. Against right-handed pitching this year. Naylor has an over 300 batting average and 6 home runs. So we do like Josh Naylor today to hit a home run as well. Just again looking at the weather, wind blowing out, likelihood of home runs is up a tick. So we like that one as well. Josh Naylor to hit a home run. But again, we're also looking for other plays. Total bases, nope, not a good one. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Really strong at 62%, and it's been cashing very consistently. We got to go with it. Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. By the way, where else can you guys go on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch that gives out this much sports betting information, this much research, and this many picks? I dare ESPN over the course of one show to give out this many picks. We've given them out over the last hour and 10 minutes. We're just crushing it here at Butt Fumble Sports, giving out so many picks. No way we have a bad day. Here we go. Eli De La Cruz is another stolen base pick for me. Giving out another stolen base because you guys have been sharing the channel. You guys have been sharing the channel. By the way, IP Shade 45, I'll get to your question in just 1 second. Just 1 second about McClanahan. I'm just trying to give out as many picks as I can. Eli De La Cruz, we're going to take him in a number of ways today. Let's go to stolen bases. You could get it at plus 500. Given the speed we've seen from this kid believes he's the fastest human on the planet. We saw him fly through a red light yesterday on the base paths. He is too fast to not take him. I'm throwing him up on the board to get a steal, but it's not the only place I'm going to take Eli De La Cruz. He has been such a consistent player to start his MLB career. Let's look at hits, not hits allowed. Let's look at bases rather. 1.5, nope, not a good play. Hits, runs, and RBIs, yes it is. Really, because if this kid gets on base, he can fly, he can steal a base, and then he can score. We're going to throw him up here on the big board as well. That's Eli De La Cruz over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. But we're not done yet. I want to see what over, can we get half a hit? Yes, we can. Over half a hit, minus 119. Jump on that one. Jump on that one as well. Eli De La Cruz over half a hit. Jump on that one as well. Yes, red hot to start his baseball career. And it's a righty-lefty matchup against Adam Wainwright. I love the play. Eli De La Cruz is hitting .417 to start his career against right-handed pitching. Okay, we've got some work to do. Shane McClanahan, 7 strikeouts. Shane McClanahan, 7 strikeouts. Let's jump into it. By the way, I know I've got some more picks to give out, so don't worry. We're just trying to help you guys out every way possible. Hour and 10 minutes into our show. It's amazing how fast the time goes with you guys. Okay, you were asking about McClanahan, 7 strikeouts. Make sure if you're going to take it, take it at the alternative line of 6.5. I don't like it at 7.5. I think that's too high. He's not hit on it consistently. However, if I move this line down to 6.5, there it's cashing. There it's consistent. Against the Texas Rangers, against left-handed pitching, the Rangers have some guys with good numbers. Heim, Semien, Seager, Young, Duran. I wouldn't take this one. If I were to take it, make sure you get it at over 6.5. But personally, this isn't a play that I like. This is not one that I would go with so far. I think I just avoid this play altogether. Would not touch it, Jorge. Not one that I like. Logan Gilbert, 5.5 strikeouts. Let's look at that. Over 5.5 has the slight implied probability advantage. Had been consistent earlier in the year, not so much of late, but if you think the 2 misses, Yankees, look at it at home, or on the road rather. It's been pretty strong. It's been pretty strong. Head-to-head against the Angels, pretty strong as well. How have the Angels done against him? Lifetime. This might be one I do like. This might be one I like. Logan Gilbert over 5.5 strikeouts. This one's a bit more appealing to me than the one we just examined. This one has my attention. I'm going to take this one. I'll throw Logan Gilbert up here. It's an in-show play. Logan Gilbert over 5.5 strikeouts. Might be one we're sweating, but I kind of like this one just based off the trends. Has been really consistent of late. Like the trend over the course of the season. I like it. Is Gleyber Torres a hitter we like today? Let's look at Gleyber Torres. I'm actually going to give out a long ball, long shot of the day from this game in a minute. But let's look at Gleyber Torres. Let's look at total bases. Nope, not a good play. Hits, runs, and RBIs. That is. Let's dive into it. He's been hitting better of late. Against Brian Baez, lifetime. Gleyber Torres has hit him really well. By the way, guys, IP Shade 45 is one of our most loyal viewers. Shows up almost every single day. Supports the show a ton. And if you haven't noticed, IP Shade 45 asks a lot of really good questions that clearly speak to him, learning the research that we do and following along. Gleyber Torres hits Brian Baez well. He's been hitting well of late. I'm going to take Gleyber Torres. It isn't one that I had prior to the show, but is one that we like. Gleyber Torres over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. I'm also going to double down on this game a little bit, and I'm going to throw into our game picks. I'm going to take the Red Sox, Yankees. I'm going to take a run in the first inning. I'm going to say yes to a run in the first inning. I know it's Brian Baez and Clark Schmidt, 2 pitchers who have actually been pitching well of late, but I think there's going to be a run in the first inning on this one. Mike Oxlong's asking about Bryce Elder on the over. By the way, the reason I pay attention to that, Mike Oxlong gave those gifts. Icon goes next to his name, makes it really easy to see it. So let's go to Elder, Bryce Elder for over 4.5 strikeouts. Thank you so much, Mike Oxlong. Bryce Elder over 4.5 strikeouts. Elder. Strikeouts. So the under has the stronger implied probability here. Again, everybody pay attention. Bryce Elder's implied probability is not working on the over, it's working on the under. We'll look at it from the over perspective. It's hit in 4 straight games. He's got an 8 Ks per 9 against Washington. Bryce Elder. There are a couple hitters who actually hit him well. Not Lane Thomas, but you see the strikeout numbers are way down here. This team doesn't strike out against him. I'm not touching it. This feels like a trap. It's hit in the last 4 games, but the Nationals have actually made more contact against him than you would expect. I would avoid this play. This feels like a coin flip. It feels like a coin flip. At home, he has hit 3 straight games. Against the Nationals, 2 out of the last 3, but those were last year. I would avoid this play. This one doesn't have me excited. I'm not going to touch this one. I'm going to avoid Bryce Elder strikeouts. IP Shade 45. Where would we be without IP Shade 45 dropping that confetti? We got to get a broom in here and clean up all this confetti. It's all over the floor now. Thank you so much, IP Shade 45, for hooking us up with our live goal. Let's give out some picks. By the way, I promised a long ball, long shot of the day that I didn't give out. Here's another one. I'm going Tristan Casas. Tristan Casas. He started to hit the ball better facing Clark Schmidt. He actually has decent numbers against Schmidt. I believe that includes a home run, if I'm not mistaken. So Tristan Casas, to hit a home run, you're going to get good odds on it. Plus 470, 18% implied probability. Against Clark Schmidt, 1 for 2 with a home run. I'd take this one. Now, when it comes to over bases, half a base I'd also take as well. So I'm taking Tristan Casas to get a home run. I'd also take him on half a base. Half a base. Depending on the sports book, some include a walk or a hit batter as a base, some don't. Make sure you pay attention to that. Make sure you know the sports book and whether they offer a walk. Tristan Casas gets a lot of walks, so make sure you pay attention to that as well. Okay, let's get to another pick. Another pick. Thank you, IP Shade for 45 for the confetti. So a pick that we like. Mookie Betts. Total bases, 1.5. Not quite. Hits, runs, and RBIs. It's going off at 2.5. You jabronis at the sports book really hurt us on that. How about on hits? 1.5 hits, no. How about on a run? Mookie to score a run. Over half a run is there. 62% implied probability. Another play we'll put up here. Mookie Betts over half a run. Over half a run. It's too bad because I'd love to take it on over half a hit, but it's at 1.5, so it's not a good play. The reason we really like Mookie Betts today, his numbers against Walker, lifetime, really strong. Really strong. 4 for 10 since 2018. You can see, though, doesn't have a home run, but I really do love Mookie Betts today. Jorge, if you want to know who I like for my DFS lineup, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Go check out our DFS lineup. There might be a name in there that you're just asking about that might make an appearance, so make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Check out our DFS lineup for the day, Jorge. Might be a name or two that give you some encouragement. Okay, we've got more picks to give out. More picks to give out because IP Shade 45 gave us that gift of confetti. Another pick that we like today. Another pick that we're going to go with. Let's go look for Charlie Blackmon. Charlie Blackmon. Looking at Charlie Blackmon, total bases, 1.5. No. 1.5 hits, yes. 62% implied probability. Consistently enough of late, not the last 2 games, but 4 out of the last 6. But really what I have my eye on, he has a large sample size against Blake Snell, and he's got hits. By the way, Mike Oxlong, we'll get to your record in just a second. Charlie Blackmon, over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Again, Mike Oxlong's asking about his celebrity shots of the day. We only have a couple up here. If you have a celebrity shot, if you have a favorite play of the day, and you want to share it with everyone who's watching the show, make sure you throw it in the comment section. Right next to your pick, my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot, colon, and whatever the pick is, we will throw it up on the big board and keep track of it every single day. You can see all of the celebrity shot records up here on the board. So Mike, you are 2-4. Top Dog, you're 5-3. LRK425 is 4-1. Still waiting on Candyman's WNBA plays. He's 3-2. So if you have a favorite play of the day, Do not hesitate. Throw up on the big board. Let us know your favorite pick. We will share it with everybody. Mike Oxlong is saying he's going 2-0 today. Let's go, Mike. Love the enthusiasm. Love the optimism. Let's go, Mike. We have 40 minutes left of our show. 40 minutes left of our show. Hope you all are having as much fun as I am talking sports. Mike Oxlong in that comment section. IP Shade 45, thank you so much. We continue to climb closer to our live goal. Once again, every time we get our live goal, we give out a pick. When we hit 2,000 likes, we give out a long ball, long shot of the day. And when you guys share the channel, I give out a player I think is going to get a stolen base today. So a lot of things that we do to try to entertain you guys, give you guys some entertaining sports plays and analysis. By the way, for those that are playing along at home, Corbin Carroll does have a hit. Pavin Smith has a home run. We didn't take Pavin Smith. It's funny, I was even considering him. Javi Baez today has an RBI, has a hit and an RBI. We've already cashed on Javi Baez. So we are off to a very strong start in our plays today. Cashing some tickets early so far. Doing a good job. We could use the offense of the Diamondbacks to pick up just a bit, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, the next pick we're going to give out. Someone we've been riding a lot lately because he's just been such a hot player. Jonathan India. Jonathan India of the Cincinnati Reds. He's been playing so well. Hits, run, or over bases isn't there. Over bases has not been as great a play as we'd like. But hits, runs, and RBIs we do. So Jonathan India, we're going to throw this one up there as well. Jonathan India over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Why do we like it? Against Adam Wainwright, really strong numbers. 364 batting average. And again, not as many extra base hits as you would think. So against him, only one extra base hit. That actually has my attention for this reason. Let's go look at him on over hits. Over half a hit. No brainer here. Over half a hit. Jonathan India over half a hit. What about singles? Are we going to go with the trifecta here and also go with singles? Over half a single. Yes, we are. Good implied probability. Minus 135. Jump on it. Jonathan India over half a single. And again, hit versus single. I'm actually getting the better odds on the single because it's the tougher play. So, Jonathan India, we're all about it. Jorge, do we like Kevin Gausman today? Yes, we do. Yes, we do like Kevin Gausman. He is in our DFS lineup. If you want to see everyone who made our DFS lineup, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. You can go check out our DFS lineup. You can see he's our cover guy. So yes, we do like Kevin Gausman today. How do we feel about him on strikeouts? Let's look into it. Kevin Gausman on strikeouts. The problem is it's set at 8.5. That's stupidly high. That's absurdly high. I know this is hit in 4 of his last 6 games, but I couldn't possibly recommend this to you. I know that the Twins are one of the worst strikeout teams in baseball. This is the problem. The Twins strike out. They are the worst team in baseball when it comes to strikeouts. The numbers against them, Michael Taylor, good numbers. Vasquez, good numbers. But other than that, it's just too high for me. 8.5 is just stupidly high. I can't reasonably recommend that. Over 7.5, that's what I would take. If I had to go in any direction, it's hit in 5 of his last 6 games. I'll take that. So that's an in-show play I will take. We'll throw Kevin Gausman up here. Kevin Gausman. But again, over 7.5, not over 8 strikeouts. Over 7.5. That's an important distinction. I want to have that hook in my favor. I don't like it at 8.5. 7.5 is where I would take it. Let's go to another player in this game, though. Christian Vasquez has good numbers against Gausman. So let's look at Vasquez on over. Can we get half a base? Yes, we can. Love it. Love it. Christian Vasquez over half a base. And we'll look at hits. Over half a hit. Again, a strong implied probability. Minus 155 is the best you could get on over half a hit. Bases, minus 155. So pretty much the same play. We'll keep it just the one over half a base for Christian Vasquez. Appreciate all of those who are with us. If you want your favorite pick of the day thrown up on the big board, let us know. Write in the comment section my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot. We will throw it up on the big board. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, always feel like you can reach us. Throw your comment, your questions in the chat, and of course, hit that like button. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. Goes a long way in supporting the channel. So subscribe to Fumble Sports. Hit the like button. Really means a lot. And again, if you're watching on Twitch or on Kick, welcome to Fumble Sports. We are a sports content network that is here every single day. We are live every day for 2 hours, believe it or not. Unbelievable how many picks we give out, how much research we do. We're doing this all to help you, try to make you smarter, better sports fans, and of course, enjoy ourselves every day talking it up with you guys. Mike Oxlong, I'm a big Luis Arraez believer. I agree with you. Blake Snell, Freddie Peralta, over 13 strikeouts. Freddie Peralta, over 7.5 strikeouts, but not a strong implied probability. So, think the better play is like 7 strikeouts. It's not really. I would say 5. I'm not as big on it. Jorge, I'm not a big on it. I don't like it. By the way, YA Tittle, thank you so much. Yeah, Devers has been crushing for us. Thank you so much, YA Tittle 24. So happy you tailed us on that one and cashed some tickets. Yeah, Jorge, I don't like it. I don't like the play. I'm not diving into it too deep. I don't like it. Not diving into it because I'm not crazy about it. Jorge, we will throw your celebrity shot up on the board, though. Jorge's got a celebrity shot. So, Jorge, want to make sure I get your celebrity shot correct. So, Jorge Belena. And the pick is Ronald Acuna Jr. over, and you're taking over 1.5 bases. Over 1.5 bases. If you want to do just like Jorge and throw your pick up on the board, let's get it. Throw it up on the big board. We are all about it. Just write in the comment section, my celebrity pick, my celebrity shot, and then the pick. By the way, some breaking news here at Fumble Sports. Some breaking news. Novak Djokovic has won the French Open. Which has now given him the most Grand Slam titles in men's tennis history with 23 Grand Slam titles. Novak Djokovic now stands alone with the most Grand Slam titles in tennis, men's tennis history. Important to note, men's tennis history with 23. Congratulations to Novak Djokovic. Unbelievable accomplishment. Many will say he is the greatest male tennis player of all time, but I won't. I don't like him. Didn't like him during COVID. Didn't like him before COVID. Don't like him now. Great tennis player. I've rooted against him almost every single time. I like Nadal more. I like Federer more. I like Alvarez more. So Novak Djokovic may be the greatest men's player of all time, but I am no fan of him. So Novak, you are an all-time great, but Fumble Sports officially your accomplishment. Yeah, that's how bitter we are. Novak Djokovic, he took away the record we liked Nadal owning. So, damn is right, Jorge. We're hating on Novak Djokovic. Greatest men's tennis player of all time and getting no love from Fumble Sports here. Okay, IP Shade 45, Kyle Gibson, 1.5 walks. Let's look at it. Kyle Gibson, 1.5 walks. By the way, only a half hour left of our show, guys, so make sure you're getting your questions and comments in. Over 1.5 walks does have the better implied probability, and it's been too consistent to miss out on. Good numbers for the hitters against him. I like this play as well. I'm going to throw it up here. Kyle Gibson over 1.5 walks. There's another pick. Here are all the picks up on our screen so far. In case you've missed any part of our show, all the picks up on our screen so far. Scrolling slowly, you guys can see all of them. So many picks. Look at all the picks I had prior to the show. Even more that we've given out mid-show. Still waiting on Candyman to help us out with our WNBA. We've given out some long ball long shots of the day. A couple players we think could get a steal. We have our celebrity shots. If you want your pick thrown up on the screen, put it in the comments section, and we'll share it with everybody so they can tail you. Let's check Lucas Giolito on walks. That's the next request we've gotten. Lucas Giolito. So the implied probability isn't here with walks. He has hit it in 3 straight games. The Marlins, though, against Lucas Giolito, don't have great numbers. So the answer is no. The answer is no. I don't like that one. IP Shade 45. Would not tail it. I would not tail it. Jorge is asking about Manny Machado over 1.5 bases. We haven't gone into this game, this Padres game, Rockies game as much as we should, given there's going to be offense in this one. So let's dive into it. Manny Machado. And you were asking specifically about total bases. Or, sorry. You were asking, about total bases. 1.5 does have a better implied probability here and has been consistent. I'd throw this one up there. Manny Machado over 1.5 bases. Finally a play we like when it comes to 1.5 bases. That said, how about 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? If we like bases, problem is it's going off at 2.5. 2.5, don't like that. How about hits? Nope. How about home runs? 20% implied probability. If you like him on a home run, not a bad place to take it. Plus 390. Plus 390. Speaking of home runs, we have hit 14,000 likes. We have some home run picks to give out, believe it or not. We have some more home run picks to give out. So again, looking at the weather across baseball, wind is blowing out in this game between the Rockies and the Padres. Now, the starting pitcher, just to quickly look at it, the starting pitcher in this matchup, Lamet versus Snell. Now, are there any hitters against Snell who have good numbers? Let's just look at his stats against the Rockies. We talked about Charlie Blackmon, but we are not getting the home runs that we like. Only Diaz has hit a home run, so not crazy about it. But Jorge's asking about Juan Soto. Let's jump back over to Juan Soto. Is he someone we like today on total bases? No. Hits, runs, and RBIs? No, because it's 2.5. Hits? Definitely not. So no, we really don't like Juan Soto today. Singles? Over half a single? No, don't like that either, believe it or not. Stolen bases? No. Don't like anything around Juan Soto today, according to the implied probability. Can we fade Marcus Semien? Guerra is saying we should throw Machado up on the board. We already have. I do like Machado today. By the way, long ball, long shot of the day that I'm going to give out. We are going to go back to that Braves game. I'm going to take Eddie Rosario. Eddie Rosario. Let's look at it. Now, home runs in that game. Likelihood of home runs. Not up, but not bad on weather. At least when it comes to home runs. Eddie Rosario to hit a home run. We would get it at plus 470 Not a bad implied probability of plus 18 at 18%. Has a couple home runs over the last week. But why we really like it? Against Trevor Williams. Against Trevor Williams. Doesn't have great numbers, actually, but we do like the play. We do like the play. So Eddie Rosario to hit a home run is one we like. I'm going to throw up another one. Another pick that we like to hit a home run today. Francisco Lindor. Francisco. That's fun to say. Francisco. Let's go Francisco Lindor. Throwing it up on our big board. See the home runs. Plus 560. But he's been hitting 2 home runs in the last week against Mitch Keller. He does have good numbers. So we threw this one up here as well. May also want to take Francisco Lindor, though, at another play. Not bases. Hits, runs, and RBIs, though. Yep. There you go. Francisco Lindor. Over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. There you go, everybody. Again, all of our picks up on the screen. Hope you're having as much fun as I am. We've got a ton more to get to, so no worries. IP Shade 45, you were asking about how can we fade Marcus Semien. Can we fade Marcus Semien? So interesting. We don't usually talk about underplays, but this might be a time where we do. Let's look at hits, runs, and RBIs. The under's the strong probability here. Now, it hasn't been cashing on the under, but again, against Shane McClanahan, 0 for 9, and the strikeouts, 44%. But hits, runs, and RBIs isn't what I would take. Let's look at strikeouts. Let's look at Marcus Semien to have a strikeout. It's over 1.5. You pangula! Too bad. Was really hoping we could have taken that. How about on hits? Nope, don't like it. Too bad. Wanted to take that. I guess the best play is under 1.5 bases. I guess IP Shade 45, but not good. Not a good play. Not what we want. Really unfortunate. Wish we could find a better play, but the 1.5, that hurts. Cody is asking about Jose Ramirez. Cody, great to see you in the comment section. Let's go look at it. Let's dive into it. Jose Ramirez. Again, we have about 20 minutes left of our show. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button. Not seeing Jose Ramirez. He might be benched today. He might be having a day off. Not seeing him. Not seeing him. Seeing if we can find him elsewhere. Player prop. Ramirez. Yep, not seeing him. Not available to us. So, unfortunately, can't focus on Jose Ramirez for you. Cody, Danning? Danning who? Oh, dang. Sorry, I thought you were giving us Danning like Dade Dunning. I was like, who's he talking about? Okay, Candyman. Everybody pay attention. Everybody come to your computer screen. Come to your phone screen. Come to your laptop screen. Everybody. Really important. Really important. Yeah, I'll scroll down the big board a bit. By the way, I'll actually do this so you can see all of them. There you go, IP Shade 45. So, Candyman. First celebrity play from Candyman. If you guys love WNBA picks, Candyman gives us our WNBA fix every single show. So, Candyman throwing your celebrity shot up on the big board. And we'll see if we tail or we fade. Candyman is going to go with Dallas Wings versus Liberty over 170. So Wings, Liberty over 170. Over 170. And thanks to Outlier, we can dive into that game. So we go to games, we go to WNBA. Liberty Wings over set at 175. The over has not been a strong play for these two teams. So we'll be sweating it, Candyman. We'll see if you call this one right. Appreciate all of you guys joining us again. If you have a favorite pick that you want up on the board, make sure you throw it in the comments section. By the way, IP Shade 45, thank you for our confetti. We are getting close to our live goal, everybody. We love hitting our live goal every single show. Mr. Steel Yoke Girl, what's our play? No trolls? Here are our favorite plays of the day up on the board. Our favorite plays of the day up on the board so you can see them all at one time. The celebrity shots that have been brought up. Players we like to get a steal. By the way, I have more of these actually. If you guys share the channel, I'll put up more of these players that I like to get a steal. Giving out some players to hit a home run. And have given out a ton of MLB picks. A ton of MLB picks. Crazy amount. Crazy amount of MLB picks. Unbelievable how many we've given out. We're about to give out another pick as a thank you to IP Shade 45 hooking us up with that confetti. We will take Nationals, Braves, yes to a run in the first inning. Nationals, Braves, yes to a run in the first inning. I do like that play. I do like that play. Jorge, thank you for sharing the channel. IP Shade 45, thanks for getting us to our live goal. You guys are absolutely the best. Want to give out another play? Let's go to Twins, Blue Jays, no run in the first inning. So another play we just gave out, Twins, Blue Jays, no run in the first inning. We're also going to give out a player we think is going to get a steal today, a player we think is going to get a steal. Again, these are long shot plays. These to get a steal, they are coming in at like plus 250, plus 300, so worth a bit of a risk. We're gonna say Tim Anderson to get a stolen base. Really quickly, let's actually reverse engineer this. Let's look at stolen bases. Oh, let's go to baseball. I like Tim Anderson on a steal, but let's look at stolen bases. Let's go to over, and the implied probability. Ruiz is number one. So we're going to put Estuary, Ruiz up here to get a steal. He's been so consistent, over half a steal. You can see he goes off at plus 144. But other than that, Ronald Acuna Jr., who we put up here. We also have another one. I'm going to throw up Anthony Volpe. So we've just added a bunch of players. These were 3 players that I had on my big board to get a steal. We reverse engineered it, but 3 more players we like to get a steal. Tim Anderson, Estuary Ruiz, and Anthony Volpe. So for those who love players to get a steal, there you go. There you go. Appreciate all of you guys being with us, all the support you guys show us. You guys are absolutely awesome. Unbelievable community that we have here at Fumble Sports. Just want to give a massive shout out to all of you guys. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you guys so much for the support you show us every single day. We are live every day for 2 hours. Every day, every single day. Doesn't matter. Rain, shine, sleet, snow. We're like the Postal Service, only better, because we work on Sundays. Okay, Jorge's been pestering me about Mike Ford over half a base. Let's go look at it. Mike Ford. Let's look at bases. Over half a base. Not a strong implied probability. Nope. Doesn't get me excited. Yeah, doesn't get me excited. Doesn't interest me. So sorry, Jorge. I know you were asking a lot about that one. Did not get my interest. Sorry about it. By the way, I do want to give a shout out to our loyal viewers. IP Shade 45. YW21, thank you so much. Mike Oxlong, Jorge, Mr. Steel Your Girl, 210, Candyman, Cody, Guerra. Great to see you guys today. Boss Lady Murr. Boss Lady Murr was asking about the Pirates over 4 total runs. Let's look at that one. Now, I'm going to go to another place for this, ballparkpal.com. I actually want to go to my game simulations, and then I'm going to go to the Pirates. Dive into it. Likely to score over 3 runs isn't, or to win by 3 runs there. So, runs scored, 4.5. It's actually a pretty good play. It's a pretty good play to get the over 4. So, Boss Lady Murr, I kind of like it. I kind of like it, Boss Lady. Appreciate all those with us. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. And as always, hit the like button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button on your video. Support Butt Fumble Sports. Goes a long way in supporting the channel and supporting what we're building here at Butt Fumble Sports. Thank you guys so much for your support. Means a lot to us. Candyman, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a lot of fun. Phone's about to die for Candyman. But that said, Candyman, he put up his celebrity shot of the day. Gave us some WNBA. If you want your celebrity shot of the day, we're coming towards the end of the show. Final 15 minutes of the show. If you have a favorite pick and you want it up on our big board, do not hesitate. Write it in the comment section. Write my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot. Make sure you throw it in the comment section. If you have a favorite pick today, could be any sport, any kind of pick, throw it in the comment section. We will put it up on our big board, keep track of it throughout every day, every week. That way you guys can play along at home. Last free pick from Candyman is Wings +9. Wings +9. Let's look at that one really quick. That's a WNBA play. Wings +9 is what Candyman's pointing to. So, they've covered this at 90%. I like this one. I'm taking it. I'm going to tail. I'm taking it. I'm taking Wings plus, and again, I like looking at alternative lines. I'll take the +9.5 at -125. Easy for me. Thank you so much for calling it out, Candyman. Love it, love it, love it. Just added that to my big board. And a sweaty pick. We got a sweaty pick, and that's the Chicago Sky +8 in the first half. Okay, Candyman bringing some WNBA picks to the show. Love it, Candyman. A sweaty pick for you guys is the Chicago Sky to cover 8 points in the first half. But a free pick that Candyman just gave out that we are tailing on is +9 on the Wings. I'm taking them at +9.5. But a good call. Candyman, we'll also add that one to your favorite picks of the day. Your celebrity shot. We'll also throw up Wings +9. Appreciate all you being with us. Jorge is also saying celebrity pick Manny Machado over 1.5 bases. So Jorge's other one, Manny Machado over 1.5 bases. If you guys want to be like Candyman or Jorge and get your celebrity pick up on the board, make sure you get into it. Is Corey Jukes playing today? Is Corey Jukes playing? Let's see. Let's get to our player prop bets. See if Corey Jukes. No, it doesn't look like it. Not coming up right away. If we jump out, it looks like Corey Jukes isn't playing today. Looks like Corey Jukes is not playing today. By the way, it looks like Jose Altuve isn't playing today. Surprised by that. Did we have Altuve anywhere? Yeah, we did. So this play comes off, or no, that's Jose Abreu. Good. Did we have Altuve anywhere? I don't think so. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Again, you were asking specifically about Jukes. Nope. He's showing up. Is he in the lineup or not in the lineup? Looks like he is in the lineup. Corey Jukes is in the lineup, I'm being told. He's hitting second. By the way, that game's already underway, though. That game's already underway between the Astros and the Guardians. And by the way, we missed on it. I thought I had a run in the first inning for the Astros Guardians. Missed. And by the way, you guys know, I'm not bashful. I'm not hiding. Sometimes we hit, sometimes we miss. But I'm not someone who's going to run from the reality of what's gone on. I'm not going to act like I always get it right. I did have the run in the Astros-Guardians game. It did not hit. So, we have to make up for it. We have to continue to make plays today. Not cashing on that one, but we'll find others. Mike Oxlong, thank you so much for the support. Mike, do you have a question? Let us know. Mike, do you have a question? Boss Lady, if the 8.5 looks like it's safe. It does look like it's safe. Mike, if you've got a question, let us know. Nah, Mike's just chilling. Mike's just being really supportive of Butt Fumble Sports. We really appreciate it. Final few minutes of the show. So all of our picks are up on the screen. Yes, we have missed on the first inning run for the Astros Guardians. Yes, we did cash on Javi Baez to get a hit. We're hoping that the Astros can do some damage for us, the Diamondbacks rather, in this inning. Hopefully we can cash a couple tickets. Here are all of our picks. So here were the picks I liked pre-show. Here are the picks we've done our mid-show research for. Here is our 1 WNBA pick. Here are our long ball long shots of the day. Here are the players we like to get a stolen base. And here are the celebrity shots from our audience. If you want your pick up on the screen, if you want your celebrity pick up on the screen, put it in the comment section. By the way, Dante, I did not see Jorge Mateo playing today. Let us know if you want us to keep that celebrity shot or if you want another one. Let us know. Let us know what you want. Okay, Real Bordeaux. Real Boudreaux. Is it Real Boudreaux? Am I pronouncing it right? Real Boudreaux? Real Boudreaux? Did I get that right, Real Boudreaux? He likes Braxton Garrett over 4.5 strikeouts. Braxton Garrett over 4.5 strikeouts. Let's dive into it. Diving into this play for Braxton Garrett. Looking at his total strikeouts. And Jorge, yes, we will throw these all up on the website immediately after the show. We will throw all of these up on the website, so in case you missed any, we will get to all of these right after the show is over, so no worries in case you missed any of them, but it will be a tight window, so actually I might jump off a little bit early just so I can post it right away. Strikeouts on Braxton Garrett. He's taking the over. Applied probability says the under, but he's taking it at 4.5. There you go. Good play on 4.5. Good play on 4.5. How have the White Sox done against left-handed pitching? Some decent numbers, but Real Boudreaux is going with Braxton Garrett on the over. Okay, so because I do want to post all of these picks to our website, and most games are going off in just a few minutes, we are going to jump off a couple minutes early so I can get over to our website, post these, and that way you guys can check out exactly the picks that we've got today. Make sure you go to our website. Make sure you go to buttfumblesports.com. Again, that's buttfumblesports.com. We are about to post all of our picks from the show. Make sure you go there. While you're there, make sure you go to our store, check out our merchandise, get yourself a shirt, a sweatshirt, a hat, or check out some of our sports-related stuff. Make sure you go and check out our new MLB t-shirts with our iconic stance shirts that just came out. But go to our blogs. We are about to drop all of our picks up on our website right now. So if you guys have loved our show and you guys want to see all of our picks, go over to our website right now. Thank you guys for being with us. Unbelievable show that we've had today. We are going to be back live at 1 p.m. tomorrow. 1 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Again, But Fumble Sports is live at 1 p.m. on Monday. Again, that's 1 p.m. on Monday. That's June 12th. But Fumble Sports will be live at 1 p.m. Live at 1 p.m. So make sure you join us tomorrow, Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Can't wait to see all of you guys. Hope you had as much fun as I did throughout the show. As I say at the end of every single show, I hope you stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have the best possible day you can. Enjoy life and all that it brings to you. And again, I hope you cash a lot of tickets today and enjoy the sports action that goes on. Hope you have a wonderful day. We will see you tomorrow, Monday, June 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern, everybody. Can't wait.